Let's talk about the engine. Why do Lamborghini cars catch fire more often than other brands? And has the company done enough to fix the problem? First, we need to look at what happened recently. On October 25, 2024, a Lamborghini Revuelto caught fire in New York. They designed cars with big horsepower and extreme speeds. That requires a powerful engine. And yes, higher performance means more heat. Now, here's the challenge. How do you cool down such a powerful motor? While companies like Ford and GM can afford to focus on efficiency, Lamborghini doesn't really have that concern. Well, maintained cars tend to run smoothly, but neglected ones could be sitting time bombs. If fluids aren't changed regularly or parts aren't inspected, it can lead to overheating, wear and tear, and ultimately a fire. They have issued several recalls, but some argue they haven't done enough. Let's take the 2012 Aventador recall, for example. The 2020 Huracan in Cambodia didn't have any collision damage, yet it still combusted. While many have crashed, none have died in a fire. They are essentially high-performance race cars disguised as street-legal vehicles. So treat them as such. Remember, it's not just about driving a Lamborghini. It's about driving a piece of Italian engineering excellence. Drive it well, and it will reward you. But drive it poorly, and it won't hesitate to remind you of its raw power. Perhaps the most viral story was the one about Liverpool forward Diogo Jota. Rumors spread that he died in a fiery Lamborghini crash in Spain. However, it turned out to be a hoax. He's alive and playing for Liverpool. Many factors can contribute to fires, not just external damage. Lamborghini recalled around 5,900 vehicles due to a possible fire risk. In the engine bay, the issue was related to the evaporative emission system, allowing excessive fuel vapors in the engine compartment. Then in 2015, they recalled the Gallardo because of headlamp adjustment issues. These recalls show that the company cares about safety, but also that they made some mistakes early on. But regular maintenance is expensive, which leads too many owners skipping it, especially when their cars are out of warranty. For instance, the recent fire in New York involved the new Revuelto model, which hasn't been part of a major recall yet. So what can you do to protect yourself if you own a Lamborghini? Firstly, stick to the recommended maintenance schedule. Get your car serviced regularly at authorized centers using OEM parts. Secondly, watch out for signs like unusual smoke, fluid leaks, or engine overheating. Address these issues promptly. Thirdly, avoid revving the engine when the car is stationary for extended periods. Finally, think twice before modifying your Lamborghini. Consult experts and use high-quality parts if you do decide to modify your vehicle. Keep track of the changes. You never know when it might be useful. And lastly, always respond to recall notices. Don't ignore them. They want their cars to perform at their best, regardless of the cost. Many supercars have rear-mounted engines, which can pose a problem. In the event of a collision, the fuel tank might not be as protected. So in case of an accident, there's a higher chance of the fuel system getting damaged and catching fire. The car had only 108 miles on the odometer, and there were no damages to other components of the vehicle. It just burst into flames. On December 25, 2024, another Revuelto caught fire in India. The owner of the car claims that he experienced some electrical issues prior to the event. Another incident occurred on March 11, 2025. Where a 2020 Lamborghini Huracan caught fire in Cambodia. These incidents, along with many others, raise questions about the reliability of the brand. So, why do they catch fire so easily? One reason is that these manufacturers push the limits of engineering every day. Another factor is the type of fuel they use. Supercars are designed to run on premium fuel that burns faster and has a higher energy density. That results in more power but also more heat. Companies like Lamborghini produce high volumes of cars each year, meaning they must streamline the production process, while automation is key. It's challenging to maintain precision. Small mistakes during assembly can lead to critical issues. For instance, a small misalignment or a faulty wire can create hot spots, leading to potential fires. When these vehicles operate under extreme heat conditions, They are more likely to experience internal mechanical problems, which can increase the likelihood of a fire. And don't forget the materials. Most supercars, including Lamborghini models, are made from lightweight composites and plastics. They are flammable, making them more susceptible to catching fire. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about the manufacturing process. And let's not forget about maintenance. Finally, let's address another elephant in the room: the design. Now, let's discuss whether Lamborghini has taken steps to prevent these incidents. Well, the answer is yes and no. However, some incidents continue to slip through the cracks. You might ask, will a Lamborghini catch fire if it hasn't been in an accident? The answer is yes. So has anyone famous died in a Lamborghini fire? While Lamborghinis are undoubtedly beautiful and powerful, they demand special care and attention. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.